Hello everyone. First of all, thank you for your splendid support, and we are very glad to know that many aspirants are utilizing our crash courses for CAT, TISNET, and CMAT. And we hope these are really helpful for you, and these definitely give you an edge against the competition if you utilize this properly. And in this video we will look into line graphs. We will try to understand how to comprehend different line graphs. We won't take only one or two line graphs and followed by 5 to 6 questions. We don't do like that. We take different models, and each model consists of 2 to 3 questions. Why we are taking different models is we will understand how to comprehend different types, right? Let us start. If you consider this graph, so this is a line graph, and please read this. Please pause the video and try to answer this. All right. So, in which year is the ratio of actual exports of tea to the estimated exports of tea the highest? So, if you consider the graph here, this is the exports of tea of a company from 1992 to 1997, right? This is the symbol for actual exports, triangular symbol for the estimated one, and a diamond shape for the exports to the US. You can find it here. Our first question is, in which year is the ratio of actual exports of tea to the estimated exports of tea the highest? Now, what is the ratio for the first year, that is 1992? Ratio of the actual exports. What is the symbol? First of all, symbol is this one. So look at this. So 3 for 1992, it's 3 is to the estimated exports, this one. So it's 3 is to 2, right? So for 1992, it's 3 is to 2. And for 1993, what is the ratio of actual and estimated? See this shape. This one is 9, and the estimated one is 8, right? So 9 by 8. 9 by 8 is for 1993. Let's move on to 1994. So it's 13 by 12, right? 13 by 12. And in 1995 the ratio is 12 by 10, whereas in 96 the ratio is 14 by 15, right? 14 by 15. And for the last year the ratio is 17 by 17. Now calculate the value. 3 by 2 is somewhere around, so 3 by 2 is 1.5, and 9 by 8 is 1.125, and 13 by 12 is 1.08 something. Okay, so what about 12 by 10? This is 1.2, and 14 by 15, the value is 0.93, and this is 1. So in which year the ratio of this one is highest? Check which one is highest. 1.5, right? So in 1992 the ratio of actual exports to the estimated exports is highest. So our answer is 1992. Let me erase this. So what's the second question? In the year 1996, the estimated exports to the US were 5.5 lakhs when $1 was estimated as rupees 40. However, the actual exports to the US were only 5 lakhs due to the appreciation of the value of rupee. Alright. So what was the actual value of $1 when other factors are remained constant? If we observe here, we do not know the value of $1. So let us assume it to be X. Let the value of $1 be X rupees. Now, if we want to calculate the number of dollars that are received when $1 is rupees 40, then we have to divide 5.5 lakhs with 40, right? We have to divide with 40, This gives us number of dollars to be received when $1 is 40. Whereas if we want to find out the number of dollars received when $1 is rupees X as we assumed, then we have to divide same 5.5 lakhs with X rupees. Now just we can equate these two to find out the value of X. Let me write it here. So 5.5 into, so 1 lakh means we can simply take it as 10 power 5, right? So divided by 40, this will be equal to 5.5 into 10 power 5 by x. So cross multiply and cancel, will be getting x as 36.36 rupees. So what is the actual value of $1? It's 36.36 rupees. So this is our first graph. Let us move on to second graph. This is one more model. So 5 companies: Johnson and Johnson, Pfizer, Roche, Sanofi and Lilly make pills for a certain disease. The composition and cost of the 4 chemicals, which are formaldehyde, naphthalene, lactic acid and tannin, used in making the pills is as follows. So we have 4 chemicals. The first one is formaldehyde, naphthalene, lactic acid and tannin. We also have the composition of each chemical in milligrams, and this is the price of each chemical in milligrams, and this is the composition of each chemical. Let's move on to first question. Which company incurs the least cost in producing the pill? See, if we observe here, the first company, Johnson and Johnson, to produce a pill, it needs 200 milligrams of formaldehyde, 300 mg of naphthalene, 100 mg of lactic acid and 400 mg of tannin. And each mg has its own price, right? So 200, in first case 200 formaldehyde, 200 mg of formaldehyde means the cost will be, the final cost will be 200 into 1.1 rupees. And same applies to naphthalene as well. So 300 into 1.3 rupees, 100 into 1.2 rupees and 400 into 1.4 rupees. This will give us the cost incurred to make a pill by the first company, by Johnson and Johnson. So we have to calculate for each and every company like this, and then we have to compare the values. You can do this on your own, but I will write the calculation part here. So this is for the first company. How I calculated, I explained you 200 into the respective price of the chemical per mg, right? So for 1 mg it's 1.1, for 200 mg it's 200 into 1.1 rupees. So to produce one pill, the first company incurs this much cost. Now calculate for second company. If we calculate for second company, which is Pfizer, so for Pfizer the composition of formaldehyde is 250 mg and 1 mg of formaldehyde costs 1.1 rupees. So multiply it with 1.1, and naphthalene 150 mg, and each mg of naphthalene costs 1.3 rupees. So multiply it with 1.3, and in the same way multiply with each and every drug. So the final cost to make a pill for Pfizer is 1270 rupees. So if you if you try to calculate for each and every company, then for the third company, that is Roche, for this the cost that it incurs is 1280 rupees, and Sanofi will incur a cost of 1280 rupees, and the Lilly incurs a cost of 1250 rupees. Now our question is, which company incurs the least cost in producing the pill? What is the least cost here? 1250, right? So Lilly is the company which incurs least cost in producing the pill. Let's move on to the second question now. If the cost of formaldehyde increases by 10% and the cost of lactic acid increases by 20%, then which company is the cost of making the pill the highest? Here what is given, the cost of formaldehyde increases by 10%. What is the original cost? It's 1.1 rupees per mg, right? Now this one is now increased by 10%. So 1.1 plus 10% of 1.1. This will be equal to 1.21 rupees per mg. The cost for the other chemicals remains same except formaldehyde and lactic acid. Now lactic acid's original cost is 1.2 rupees per mg and now it's been increased by 20%. So 1.2 rupees plus 20% of 1.2, this will be equal to how much? This will be equal to 1.44 rupees per mg. Alright. Now the question is, if these are the conditions applied, then for which company is the cost of making the pill the highest? So we calculated the same process in the first in our first question. So in the same way, if we do like this, if we multiply each and every the composition with the respective prices. So this is one more graph. So we shall solve now. Just pause the video and try to comprehend this, analyze this. Here in the first one, it's given that the brand wise sales of a consumer electronics dealer of a company for the period from 2010 to 2015 is given. So the value Samsung is denoted with this symbol, LG is denoted by with this one, and Electrolux is with the triangular symbol and with this one. Okay, let's move on to the second one. Second one is the sales in units. This is important. The sales in units of the major products of only Samsung. So only Samsung sold by this company for the period of 2010 to 2015. All right, so this is for only Samsung. That too, the major products of Samsung. Let's move on to this bar graph now. Product wise split by value. This is important now. So this is in units, this is by value. So product wise split of the total annual sales of the products of Samsung sold by this company for the period from 2010 to 2015. Okay, all right. So this is in units, this is by value. Let's move on to the first question now. What was the total sales of Samsung frost-free refrigerators in the period from 2010 to 2012? All right. So here, in order to calculate the total sales of that particular category, that is frost-free refrigerators of Samsung, we know the percentage of frost-free total sales of the frost-free refrigerators. How can you calculate? This is total sales, right? Total sales. So we must consider this one by value. So total sales of Samsung frost-free refrigerators. Here it's in percentage. So where is frost-free? This one, this white color bar. Okay. Now it's for 2010. What is the value? Let me change the pointer here. Now see 2010, this area, this green colored area, this area belongs to frost free refrigerators. And if we observe here from 20 to this point, this area is covered, and how many parts are there? This first one, second one, third one. So 3 parts, and each part consists of 4%. So the total is 3 into 4, that is 12%. So in 2010, the percentage of frost-free refrigerators is 12%. The remaining percent belongs to the other products of Samsung. But particularly the Samsung frost-free refrigerators, its share is 12% in 2010. Let me write it here. So 12% in 2010. What about 2011 and 2012? In 2011, let's calculate here. This is the first, this is the area now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So 6 parts. So 6, and each part is of 4%. So 6 fours are 24%. So 24% is the share of the Samsung frost-free refrigerators in 2011. What about 2012? Now count the number of parts here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Same. So 6 parts and 4% per each part. Now it's 24%. This is same. So this is the percentage. Now if we find out the total sales, we can find out the sales for only the frost-free refrigerators. Now what is the total sales of Samsung? Total sales of Samsung in 2010 is, look at here, this is the shape, right? So this is almost 75. So 75 lakhs. This is expressed in lakhs. So 75 lakhs is the total sales, out of which 12% is the share of Samsung frost-free refrigerators. In 2011, what is the share of Samsung? It's 100, right? This one. So 100 lakhs. And in 2012, it's around 125. So 125 lakhs. Alright. Now calculate 12% of 75 lakhs. So 12% of 75 lakhs is equal to 9 lakhs. And 24% of 100 lakhs is 24 lakhs, and 24% of 125 lakhs is 30 lakh rupees. Now the total is 9 plus 24 plus 30, which is equal to 63 lakhs. So the total sales of Samsung frost-free refrigerators from 2010 to 2012 is 63 lakhs. This is how we calculate. If we move on to next question, so in which year did the sales revenue from Samsung washing machines increased by the greatest percentage over that in the previous year? Now how can we solve this? Try to solve this. In which year the sales revenue from Samsung washing machine increased by the greatest percentage over the previous year? So sales revenue, not units. So don't consider this. This is the units. So as this is the units, don't consider, and this is by value. So consider, we have to consider this bar graph. So sales revenue of from Samsung washing machine. Where is washing machine? This light colored dot, right? Where is this light colored dot? This one. Now if we observe here, increased by the greatest percentage over that of previous year. Now from 2010, that is this value, from 2011 it got decreased, whereas from 2011 to 2012 it almost remained same. From 2012 to 2010 again it got decreased, whereas from 2013 to 2014 it got increased. This is what we must find out. See in which year the sales revenue from the Samsung washing machine increased that of the previous year, increased over the previous year. So from this year it got increased, right? So 2014 is our answer. Let's check the value for 2015 as well. So for 2015 also it got increased from 2000, right from 2014, but the value is not greater than that of 2013. So from 2013 to 2014 it is the highest greatest increase. All right, increase in percentage. So the value, the answer is 2014. Let's move on to the one more model here. The following graph gives the market share of five car companies in a country across 5 years. Assume that the total sales of these 5 companies increased by 20% for 2 years, for every 2 years. This company A, company B, C, D, and D. So these are represented like this. This is company A. This is for company B. This is company C. and this represents company D, and this one E. Hope you understood. And the condition is the total sales of these 5 companies, the sales increased by 20% for every 2 years. So what does this mean? This is for the first year, second year, so 20% increase. Now from 2010 to 2012, one more 20% increase, 20% increase from previous year. All right. From 2012 to 2014, one more 20% increase. And from 2014 to 2016, this is again to 20% increase. Let's solve the first question. What was the percentage increase in the sales of company A from 2008 to 2012? Now, what is the sales of A in 2008? In 2008, it is 20%, right? This one, 20%. In 2012, what is the value? It's 25% almost. So in 2008 and in 2012, this for company A, right? The percentage of sales is 20% here and 25% here. Let's say we assume 20% of 100. The total sales is 100. Now in 2012, what happens? This 100 now increases from 100 it becomes 120, and from 120 it becomes 144. Why? The condition it was given, right? It increases 20%. So from 100 it becomes 20% increase. That means 120. And from this 120 again 20% increase. So the final value is 144. So 20% of 100 and 25% of 144. So what is 25% of 144? It's 36. And what is 20% of 100? It's 20. So difference by the base value into 100. This will be equal to 80%. So 80% is the percentage increase in sales of company A from 2008 to 2012. What about the second one? If the total sales of the 5 companies in 2008 were 2,85,000, then what were the sales of company D in 2014? Try to solve this now. So in 2008, if we assume the value to be 2,85,000, the total value of sales for all the companies, all the 5 companies, from 2,85,000, it becomes say 20% increase. So from 2008 to 2012, 2010, this is 20%. From 10 to 12, this is one more 20%. And from 12 to 14, it is one more 20%. So here, if you observe, 2009 is missing, 2011 is missing. So alternative years are missing. So we are directly calculating 20%, right? So how many 20% are 20%, 20, 20? So 3 times. So from 2,85,000, so it's like compound interest. If you observe here, it's not simple interest, it's compound interest, because we have to calculate 20% of this value, and we have to add that resultant value to this, again 20% of that resultant value, and we have to add this. So it is like a compound interest, compound interest. So we can calculate directly like this: 2,85,000 into 20 by 100. How many times? 3 times. If we calculate this, we'll get 4,92,480. This is total sales in 2014. This is total sales in 2008. What are we asked? We are asked to find out the sales of company D in 2014. If you observe in 2014, what is the percentage of company D? See this gap from 70 to 90, right? From 90, this is 70, this is 90, so 20%. So 20% is the percentage sales, right? So 20% of this one, 492,480, this will be equal to 98,500. So the share of D, the sales of D is 98,500 in 2014. See here, what did we do? we calculated the share of 2014 in order to calculate the share of D in 2014. How did we get 4,92,000? Because in 2008 it was 2,85,000, and from that, for every 2 years 20% is increasing. Finally we arrived at 4,92,480. Let's move on to next one. This is the final graph. If you observe here, the ratio of expenditure of income and expenditure of the two companies is given. This is for company A and company B. This is the ratio of expenditure. This is ratio of income of particular years, right? And this one is the income and expenditure of two companies A and B right from 2012 to 2017. This is direct income in crores. This is the income and expenditure in value, and a note is given in the question, which is profit is equal to income minus expenditure. We know that profit percentage is equal to profit by expenditure into 100. Let's move on to first question, which is what is the profit earned in crores by company B in 2012, 2014 and 2017 together. See, the profit earned by company B in 2012. What is the income earned by both A and B in 2012? Income is this income, right? This symbol. So in 2012, the income is 396. The expenditure is 336. But forget about this as of now. So 396 is the income of both A and B in 2012. But we are asked to find out only for company B. So for company B in 2012, what is the ratio of income? 6:5, right? For both A and B. This is for A, this is for B. So we want only for B. So B part is 5 by total parts 6 plus 5, that is 11. So 396 into 5 by 11, this is equal to 180. What is 180? 180 is the income of B in 2012. But we are asked to find out the profit earned. So profit is equal to income minus expenditure. So we already calculated the income for 2012. We must calculate the expenditure of B in 2012. In order to calculate the expenditure of B, we must find out what is the expenditure of B in 2012. In 2012, the expenditure is 336. So 336 for both A and B. And the ratio of expenditure is 4:3 for both A and B. But we are interested to find out only for B. So B's part is 3 by total parts 4 plus 3, that is 7. This is the profit for company B in 2012. So in this way we must calculate for 2017 and 2014 as well, and we have to combine all the values so that we will get the profit earned in crores. So let me write 180 minus 144 here. 180 minus 144. What about 2014? In 2014, so the income is 560, the total income, and in 2014 the ratio of income of A and B is 4:3. So we are interested only in B. So 3 by total parts is 7, right? 3 by 7. What is the final value? 420 is the income of B. So 420 is the income. Now what is the expenditure? It's 480 into this one, expenditure ratio. 480 into 5 by 12. This is equal to 200, right? This is equal to 200. So we calculated for 2012, we have calculated for 2014. Now calculate for 2017. So 2017, the income of both A and B is 750, out of which the income of B is 8 by 15. So this is equal to 400. 400 is the income of B. 400 minus expenditure. What is the expenditure of B? Total expenditure is 660. The ratio of expenditure is 5:6. So 6 by 11. This is equal to 360. So minus 360. These all are crores, expressed in crores. So 180 minus 144. So if we add this, subtracting that, we will get 116 crores. 116 crores. All right. So the next question: in which year was the income of company A the second highest? So income of company A the second highest. Incomes of both the companies in all the years. This is the line, right? 396, 550, 560, 300, and so on. But income in 2012 is 396 into, we are interested in A, so take the part of A, 6 by total parts 11. So this will be 216 crores. This is for 2012. What about 2013? 2013's total income is 550 crores into income of A is 6 by 11, right? 6 by 11, this will be equal to 300 crores. So likewise, if we calculate in which year was the income of A the second highest. So second highest will be in 2014 and the income is 320 crores. So calculate by taking the total value and the respected ratios, ratio of income. The final answer will be 2014, and in 2014 the income earned by A is 320 crores. So in this way we have to comprehend line graphs. Hope this is useful for you, and tomorrow what you have to do is, in your portal you must practice the line graphs. We will upload line graphs from basic models to the advanced models. What you must do is practice one by one set after the other, one after the other, right? Analyze them, practice them, and analyze them. In case you haven't yet joined our Telegram group, join us. And if you haven't subscribed our channel, subscribe in order to avoid missing the updates from our end. All right. Thank you very much. All the very best, and thank you for supporting us.